All right, babes.
Yes.
You just got up for a nap.
Yep. Just got up from a nap.
It is 12:22 right now, and we went to sleep around 9.
9, like close to 10 o'clock.
Was it that late? I think you're right, actually.
It was close to 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it was like 9:54, actually.
Yeah.
Because we were talking in the living room for a while after I came over, and I was playing KCRW Eclectic 24 for you.
Yeah. It had some good music this morning.
It usually does.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yes, but you were tired, and I was a little bit sleepy, but I wasn't sure if I was actually going to be able to rest. I ended up falling asleep, for about an hour and a half. So it turned out good.
It was very good, yeah.
You still sound tired, babes.
Yeah, but I'm not going to fall asleep right now, if that's what you're wondering.
Oh, good. This means I get to carry the show
No.
and share a lot of my views.
No.
Oh, babes, I think that's a good idea, okay?
No.
Okay.
No.
Alana Jaylo.
Yes.
I woke up very late this morning.
Sounds like you did.
I didn't get out of bed until I believe 6:35.
Yeah.
And I think I got here around 7:45.
Yeah, just about right. I was going to say that you could have waited till later. I mean, you didn't have to leave too early if you needed some time. So.
But when we were talking on the phone last night, I said, "Hey, do you still want me to come at the same time, or maybe later?" And you're like, "No, come at the same time."
Well, I did say that we could talk about it too if you felt like you needed to come over later.
I do not recall you saying that.
Maybe I didn't say that. I think I thought. No. I'm trying to think. Did I say that?
No, you did not say that.
Oh, maybe I thought about it. Maybe I thought about. I should have said something because I was like, I thought maybe, I thought maybe you could come over, but then I thought about it. I'm like, maybe you could, maybe. I think I thought about, if something happened like that, if one of us woke up too late, then you could come over later. But
you actually got to share your thoughts for me to know what they are, babes.
No, I thought about it. Maybe I didn't speak it.
Interesting.
Sorry.
That's all right.
That's okay. That happens.
Apparently so. With you, at least.
Yeah. It's okay.
But I'm here now.
You are here now. It's all that matters.
Yes, Jaylo. We had a discussion this morning about basically how civil rights has affected this country.
Yeah.
And of course, we had two completely different views. You told me some old guy to research, and I said I'd be willing to give you some materials. And then you're like, "No, I'll find it out on my own."
Yeah.
Which basically means you're going to be looking at the same arguments.
I mean, you could make suggestions, but I didn't mean that. I said I could, yeah.
Well, that's interesting, babes. Yes.
No, what I meant is that you could make suggestions and I can look them up. You didn't have to give them to me.
But I just wanted to make sure you got a different perspective instead of, the liberals ruined civil rights or something.
That's not what I said.
It's kind of the implication.
No.
But I still love you, babes. Jaylo.
Yes.
Moving on, since we're getting over this one.
Yeah.
I figured out how to record Clubhouse rooms earlier this week.
Yay.
Which I'm only doing with my own rooms, as far as we know.
Yeah.
I am only
as far as
because, there are rules against us recording anybody's rooms.
Yeah.
But it means I'm going to have a lot more control over what I do. And I've been thinking, babes, about getting a recorder that has line-in capabilities. So I'm not always depending on my computer and having to hook my phone up to GarageBand to do it. Wow. How do you feel about that?
Well, I've never used a line-in tape recorder before, or line-in recorder, but that could work. So my understanding is once you plug it into your computer, then you can record.
It's a little bit more cumbersome than that. Once I plug the phone into my Mac, I have to go into Audio MIDI setup and make sure that my phone is selected as the default audio source. Okay. Then I open GarageBand, select microphone, then I go on Clubhouse.
Yes.
And then I go into the room that I started, and then I can start recording.
Okay.
But, you get the basic ideas. One of the other things, though, is I think it was Sunday night, I realized I don't just have to limit myself to doing this with Clubhouse. I could start recording episodes of some of our favorite radio programs, such as Take the Floor.
Yes.
So that's what I started doing.
Take the floor.
Because I had not been recording it for a while, so on the BBC iPlayer app, there's 5 episodes that we have not heard that are still available up there. I plugged in my iPad Monday morning, and what I failed to realize is the iPlayer app just goes to the next episode without stopping. So before I knew it, I was about 15 minutes into the second episode.
Wow.
And it's kind of like having one file with 2 episodes instead of separating them, unless I'm careful about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Huh. I wish the KCRW app would do that, but unfortunately it just stops after each individual thing.
Oh.
Because I would want to do, ideally, a big file of just private playlist episodes, which would probably come out to something like 6, maybe 7 hours. You're not really giving me much to work with today, Jay. Whoa.
I'm trying to process what you're saying.
Okay, what do you think of what I said so far?
That I think it could work. It just sounds like it's a little bit complicated. Yeah.
I bought a friend of mine a USB storage thing.
Yeah.
Yes. For his birthday, which was in February, but we're in lockdown, so I haven't given it to him yet.
Oh, I don't know why you're waiting.
Because masks and, all that
You
good
could
stuff.
send it to him.
I'm not going to do that.
Why? You could just send it to him.
No, it's not my style.
Oh my goodness.
But I was thinking, I can fill stuff up on here that I didn't think I would be able to do otherwise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Any more thoughts about what I just said?
I say that you could just, make a package and put it in the mail so that your friend does get it, but that's just me.
Yes. Any other thoughts?
I don't think so. Not on this.
Okay. Well, babes.
Yes.
I found out the other day that I am actually eligible to get my COVID shot right now. Oh. And I was excited about that, even though I can't really get it for the next couple of weeks because I'm helping you out with stuff.
Well, I mean, it's not going to take you. Well, that's right, because wait a minute. Don't they come out like in May or something?
No, I'm eligible now.
Oh.
Blindness is apparently considered a pre-existing condition in Oregon, which I did not know.
I don't understand.
Until the other day. I don't understand it either.
How is that a pre-existing condition?
I'm not sure, but I talked to a couple people who verified that for me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm hanging out. Not unfortunately.
Oh, no. I see.
Only in the sense that I want to live. I'm helping you out, so I'm hanging out here for the next week and a half, on and off, right? But mostly on.
Well, what? Yeah.
And yesterday, the governor said that all adults will be eligible to get the vaccine by April 19th, which basically means that, again, blindness was no help to me.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Yeah.
But I will be able to get vaccinated soon.
Okay.
It's like talking to a wall today, babes.
No, I mean, what? Do you want me to argue with you on this?
No. Like, do you have any... I'm like throwing all these things out, topics out.
Well,
I
mean...
you're just like,
and you have to remember, too, I'm still kind of waking up here
as
well. So, I mean, if I don't sound like I'm engaging right now, it's because I just literally woke up like, 15 minutes ago or so?
Would you like me to put this on pause and we could come back in like 15 minutes?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm slowly waking up here. It's, it's kind of hard to talk after you just, woke up from a nap. But anyway, I'll be probably more engaging towards the middle of this thing. But, well, that's interesting. I know. No, how was that explained that blindness is a pre-existing condition? Because you said it was verified.
Apparently, it is a developmental disability.
A developmental disability?
Yes.
How is that?
I don't know. I don't write the rules. I'm just telling you what I read.
It definitely is a physical disability, but how is that a developmental disability?
Listen, we need to get a psychiatrist to tell you why. I don't know.
Because I don't understand that.
Right, but it is, for whatever reason. That's how it's classified. Okay. And, I went to an NFB training center. I still have that philosophy in me. So at first I was thinking, should I take advantage of it? But then I came to the conclusion, if I don't get the COVID shot early, well, I'm not getting it early now because of what happened.
Right.
But at the time I thought I could.
Yeah.
If I don't get it early, it's not like they're going to change how they view blindness in the state of Oregon. So I might as well just get the damn shot.
Well, I personally think you shouldn't, but that's my own opinion.
And if you die from COVID, we're going to say something else.
No, they're going to say it's from COVID. They won't say it's from something else. Because there are doctors that are being pressured to put COVID on the death certificate, but the person, that's only if the person has underlying conditions for some reason.
I don't know about that.
But anyway.
Well, here's what I do know.
Yes.
I've been living like a shut-in for the past year because of COVID. And before then, I had a pretty active life. I'm not going to say I was out every single night of the week, but I was doing stuff all the time. And you know this to be true. Yeah,
and I was looking forward to do more things and more activities, and we were doing stuff outdoors at least 3 times a week, and it's been it's changed in the last year, and frankly, I think we're all pretty sick and tired of it.
Man's either got to get busy living or get busy dying.
Yeah.
That's a great quote, babes.
Of course it is.
What's that supposed to mean?
You say it a lot.
Do I?
Yes.
Are there any other quotes I say a lot?
Well, that's one of your one of the ones that you've said many times. And then you've often quoted movies and then started quoting more and more of the movie.
This morning we were talking about movies we've watched that have been difficult for me to show you because I tend to want to go into quote mode since I've seen them so many times and love them.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the scene in Jackie Brown after Lewis kills Melanie in the parking lot and then picks up Ordell. And I started quoting the scene to you. And
right.
Like, I get it.
And then I mentioned that I liked that one scene where Ordell's like, I didn't hear you wash your hands. And I thought that was funny.
Yes.
And then we both quoted the Delphonics one. Oh, you're listening to the Delphonics.
They're good. No, he says, I didn't know you liked the Delphonics.
He's like, they're good.
It's like, I didn't know you liked the Delphonics. They're good. So there's a pause.
Yes.
Which is very important.
Yeah, it is. But they use the Delphonics quite a bit in this movie, and that's one of the reasons why they're their soundtrack was really good.
Did I tell you, babes, yesterday when I'm cleaning my apartment,
Yeah.
I was listening to the Jackie Brown soundtrack, or parts of it.
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
Oh, it drives me crazy, babes, how on streaming services they'll have sections of albums oftentimes, and they won't have the full thing.
Or what they do is they'll have the full album, but they'll put like different songs that are not in the album.
Yeah, I don't get
I
that.
hate that. I do. I hate that. I know. Why can't they just take those songs that are not in the album, take them out of there, and actually play the whole album? Yeah,
that's
I know
what I would
mean.
want.
I know what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Music is a complicated thing, babes. I played a song for some friends of mine on Monday night.
Oh, really?
Did I tell you about this?
No, you didn't.
I was on the phone. Well, I guess using FaceTime to do my weekly get together with the guys. And you've heard of these guys.
I've heard of them.
You met one of them, and the other one I don't know.
I heard of the other one. I met the other one. I heard of one and met the other one.
I love these guys. And they're like, oh, Rick, you keep saying you're going to play the guitar for us. I was in a really good mood too, babes, because I just found out about the COVID-19 thing right before that I could get a shot. So I was all happy, and I played them the Fool on the Hill. Nice. They liked it.
I still have to play for you the Sergio Mendes version, and I really like it a lot. It's a little jazzy, and it has a Latin flavor to it. It's really good.
It's such an amazing song.
Yeah, I like both versions of the song, actually.
That's my probably top 3 favorite Beatles songs.
A great one.
It would be In My Life would be number 1. Fool on the Hill would be either 2 or 3. And then also in the top 3 would be Help. Help's such a great song too.
It is a good song. I do like She Loves You.
That's not top 3, babes.
Well, I'm not talking about you.
Okay, go ahead.
You already told us your top 3.
All right, what's your top 3 Beatles songs?
I don't have a top 3, but I will tell you 3 of the songs that I do like. I like She Loves You. I like I Want to Hold Your Hand is one of my favorite ones. And If I Fell is another one.
If I Fell is really
It's a really good song, yeah.
It's not top 3 for me, but it's maybe top 10.
Yeah. If I Fell is a great one.
Yes.
Yes.
So many good songs by them. It makes me wonder, babes, why there isn't a band, at least not that I know of, that's... Okay, I get why there's not a band that's been as popular as the Beatles, but why isn't there a group of musicians that has rivaled their creativity? You know what I mean? So, like, if you're in the know, you would know about a specific band whose music is on the level of the Beatles. Right. Why do you think that is?
I really don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know.
Okay.
I have no comment on that one.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it's something to ponder.
It is.
Yeah.
I brought over some bok choy today because we are going to be making some Asian noodles.
I can't wait.
Are you excited?
Yes, I am. I love Asian dishes.
Oh.
We are not going to make peanut sauce this time, but we are going to use teriyaki.
And some soy sauce.
And some soy sauce.
It'll be good, I think.
I'm excited to do that.
Yes, babe, boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Jaylo.
Yes.
Have you been watching any TV or movies recently outside of our experiences?
So when I was on my trip that I was on for a few days.
Oh yeah, Alana went to church on Easter.
That's what people do. Don't act as if you're surprised, or that you're.
You went to the coast, and Alana assured me that she took proper precautions.
Yes, I did.
I said I wasn't coming over here today.
Yes, I did.
Unless you wore.
I did. My immune system is stronger. I took an immune builder for all 4 days.
And you wore a mask.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
If it was me, I would have just had Alanas stay here and watch some YouTube services of churches. But I didn't have that power. So while you were there,
can't be selfish.
No, but I don't want to get COVID.
I know, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember, babes, last year.
I wasn't finished.
Hold on. We're going to get back to your point.
Okay.
You really wanted to go to Easter services.
I did.
Even though society was shut down. And I'm like, oh, babes, everybody's saying you shouldn't go. And you're like, no, that's just a liberal media telling you to stay home. Mm-hmm. So this was before Mike Pence was considered an enemy, right? He was still in the list of good people.
Okay.
And I showed you a clip of Mike Pence saying he wasn't going to go. You thought that I had made that up, and then I just heard some lefty say that. And once you saw the clip, you're like, I don't care what Mike Pence is saying. I'm going to church.
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's just reminiscing, babes.
Whatever.
We weren't doing this at the start of the pandemic, but I still remember that story.
Okay, whatevs. No, I think I remember you saying that. Yeah.
But I interrupted your story. You went to the coast to go to church.
I did. But while I was there, I was watching some Alfred Hitchcock Presents and a little bit of The Twilight Zone. It's very good.
Tell me about these Twilight Zone episodes you watched.
So there was one that really stuck out to me that I'm surprised you haven't seen, and it's called The Midnight Sun. And it was kind of playing with the idea about what would happen if the Earth was going towards the sun and how hot would it really get? And could it make somebody go crazy? And apparently it has. In the show. One of the main characters goes slightly insane because it's just so hot, and the other one almost dies because she has this high fever.
That sparked a little bit of a debate between us, because you are of the bizarre and completely unproven opinion that if the Earth was 1 inch closer to the sun, we'd burn up. And if we were 1 inch further away from it, we'd freeze to death.
I think that I don't know if it's 1 inch. I'm not going to say it's 1 inch or not. I'm just saying that I think that the slightest movement of the Earth on its axis is going to affect the seasons. And I explained to you that there's a reason why the Earth is on its axis and where it is positioned, because that's part of why we get our seasons. That's part of why we get our seasons, because of where the Earth is positioned.
We are in a sweet spot, but the sweet spot is a little bit bigger than most people like to think it is. I believe that Mars is technically still in the Goldilocks zone, but because they don't have a real atmosphere, they can't sustain life.
Why is it called the Goldilocks zone?
I don't know.
I keep thinking it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right.
Oh my goodness, yes.
As Goldilocks would say.
That's probably why they call it that.
Okay.
Yes. But it sparked a friendly debate.
Well, there isn't any proof that you're actually right about that either.
No, babes, come on. Really? You think if the Earth moves 1 foot one direction, it's gonna...
It's definitely possible. I mean, and I think that there are scientists that may have come out and said we were wrong about this. It's possible that if the Earth moves one way, it could be bad for all of us.
Yes, an extreme amount, it's very bad for us. But if it's just a couple of feet, we're not going to...
Yeah, but how... I mean, you can't necessarily prove that I'm wrong about that either. And I can't prove that you're wrong about it. But I personally think, in my humble opinion, that any slight movement of the Earth on its axis could be... couldn't just be good for us, but... or not good for us, but it could definitely affect the weather and our our seasons. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
I think that's something they like to tell to second graders because it sounds
Who's
cool.
they? There is no they.
The government, you know.
Yes, well, the government has told us a bunch of things that aren't real, but I don't think that they have told us this.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yes. How was services? Did you play your flute?
I did.
What did you play?
I played.
You played. I heard it through the grapevine.
No, I didn't.
You played.
No, I played in the evening, and I played a bunch of hymns. Thank you very much.
So we say, "Hey, you dropped my thing out of my hand." I need that. So we say what song I suggested that you play.
No.
Okay, stop. Why do you always tickle?
Because I can.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Babe.
And that's a way for me to keep you in line too.
Oh my goodness.
It's another incentive of that you should think about to not make incendiary comments.
I never do that.
Yes, you do.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you do.
And one would say by doing that you're censoring my free speech.
I'm not censoring it. I've never said stop doing it. Like, I've never actually told you to shut it down. But I'm also not going to pretend like I like your comments all the time, because sometimes I don't.
Did the hymns go over well?
I would say so.
Okay.
I haven't gotten any complaints.
Nice. And you really didn't like my suggestions?
No.
And I can't say what any of them
No.
were. Okay.
No. That's those are things that I would not expect from any church service. But
All right, babes. All right. Relax.
I wanted to see if you were still awake. You know?
Oh, please. I gotta see if you're still awake.
I am awake. Stop it. Okay. Tickle twoosh.
Tickle cheers.
Better watch it. I'm out for your feet next.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm out for your armpits next.
You always go there.
Because that's an area where you're very ticklish.
Well, I'm ticklish pretty much almost everywhere.
Let's see about that.
No. Leave me alone.
Right. I'll wait until you attack.
Leave my foot alone.
Going over to your box. You got 2 things.
Yes.
Packets from Melaleuca and your Democratic support check today.
Do we have to talk about that, really?
Did you like getting that check?
Oh, I needed it.
Did any Republicans vote for it?
Okay, enough.
All right, babes. I love you, Jaylo.
If you're going to talk about politics, you should at least ask me if I want to talk about politics.
No. I wanted to get you amped up because I felt like when we started this episode. Okay, all right. Can I get a kiss?
No.
Yeah, I thought we were doing Jaylo.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Tickle tush.
Okay.
Telling you. I need to keep this boy in line.
No, babes. I need to keep you in line.
What else?
I am a little bit concerned about the future of Clubhouse.
Okay. Why is that?
I went to their weekly town hall meeting.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul, who is the co-creator of Clubhouse, was answering questions. One that was submitted was about searches.
Mm-hmm.
He talked for maybe 5 to 10 minutes about, we could do this, or what would be really cool is if we did this, or
right.
It would be awesome if we also implicated that, or.
It sounded to me, from what you were describing, that he was welcoming suggestions.
It did, but it also sounded like a conversation maybe he should have had behind the scenes and just said, okay, we're going to take all of this into account, and you'll see some stuff soon. So that was concerning.
Maybe you should suggest that in the next town hall meeting.
There's so many people who offer recommendations that I might get lost in the shuffle.
Oh, goodness.
The other thing that happened, which you wouldn't necessarily think would make me afraid for their future, is Monday, they announced that they are going to allow content creators to get paid. People will be able to donate to the rooms, right?
Okay.
Now, Clubhouse is not going to take a fee. So you ask yourself, well, what's the problem with that? That seems really cool.
Yeah.
And in theory, it is. Here's the problem. Paul also implied on Sunday that he doesn't want Clubhouse to have advertising on it because it would get in the way of the user experience.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wondering, how are they going to bring in enough money to keep this thing going?
I think you should ask them that.
Uh-oh.
No, seriously. I mean, if you're really concerned about whether Clubhouse is going to be here in another year or the next 5 years, maybe you should take it up with him and say, hey, I'm concerned about this. Do you have a backup plan? I mean, that's how I see it.
Okay. I've been in rooms with him before that are not like the town hall where we're both just in the audience.
Yeah.
I like that he goes to the smaller rooms.
That's good.
Yeah.
He wants, it's good that he wants to know what's going on, going on in other rooms besides the town hall. Who's the other one? The other creator?
I forgot his name. I just know Paul because I've seen him around.
Okay.
I've seen him around. I don't know.
You don't know this person.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen that guy around.
He seems super cool, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Yes, you will.
Yes.
Yes. But for now, Clubhouse is around.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do my men's group this week, babes.
Yeah. You told me about your technical stuff, and you also told me that you weren't having luck in other rooms either.
I was getting kicked out of some rooms, and then finally I get into one, and they say that they're going to end the room early because they've been having issues with people getting kicked out. I go to another room, somebody's on stage talking, and they get kicked out, and they say that this has been an issue going on. So the app was acting a little bit glitchy on Sunday night.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Not good.
No, you won't know.
Uh-oh. Yes.
Yes, you will. How you feeling, babes?
Good.
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 We have only been doing this for 31 minutes.
Only? Really?
Well, most of that time it feels like I've just been talking to myself.
Well, I'm sorry. I just woke up from a nap. Excuse me.
But I said that I could put it on pause, and you're like, no, we're not doing that.
Well, I'm more awake now.
Okay, good. Are there any topics that you want to talk about?
Well, remember, we didn't talk about what we watched last week.
We did. I thought we did.
What we watched on Monday.
What was it?
It was a couple of 1930s ones. What was it? Did we do another Alfred Hitchcock movie last Monday?
I don't know about last Monday, but last week we watched, was it The Lady Vanishes? And I could have sworn we talked about it.
We did talk about The Lady Vanishes. What did we watch on Monday? Or it was either Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Yeah. What did we watch on Tuesday?
Did we watch? We watched something on Tuesday. I don't even remember, to be honest.
Oh. Let me think here. Okay, yeah, we did talk about,
If I look, I'd have to stop the recording.
Yes, I know. What was it? It's gonna drive me crazy. It is gonna drive me crazy.
Oh, was it, Public Enemy was one of them, right?
Public Enemy, and, what was the other one?
The other one came out did we like the other one?
We liked the other one better than this one. That was the one with, is that the one with Gene Hart? No, not Gene Harlow.
Gene Harlow was in Public Enemy.
Okay.
But she had a small role.
Yeah, I did not get that one. Did we talk about that? Did we talk about Public Enemy?
I didn't listen back to our old episodes.
Oh, jeez.
I was too busy living the dream.
I guess.
When my Jaylo was at church.
Yeah. Well, I didn't leave until Thursday.
Okay. Well, then you should have listened to it. Well, I could have wished you would.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we definitely liked I don't think we watched Public Enemy now that I think about it. I don't think we watched it on Tuesday. We watched something else.
Okay.
But I don't remember what it was.
I'm sure this is a very interesting podcast.
We're gonna have to
talk
look
about movies we don't remember.
We're gonna have to look back on what we actually did see.
Tomorrow
yes.
we are gonna talk about like 4 movies then.
Right.
Because the last time I left here was a week ago, but we did not record that movie. You decided to kick me out very early.
Well, it wasn't actually very early. It was the day before I had to go. And
But
I thought...
I was over here for a reason. I was trying to help you out with something.
Yes, I know.
I wasn't just like staying here just to, hang
Yeah,
out.
but I had to do that because I had to finish the last minute things I needed to finish before I had. Yeah, we'll have to look at the list of movies that we saw or that we were looking at last week to figure out what we watched because I don't remember what it was, and they were good too. I think the second one was better. I believe I remember the second one was better.
Well, good. Jaylo.
Yes.
This morning.
Actually,
go ahead.
actually, I do. Actually, now that I think about it, I think you're right.
What?
Public Enemy was one of them, but I can't remember the other one.
Okay. Well, that doesn't help us much right now, unless you want to talk about Public Enemy.
No, not really, not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for interrupting me.
No, I just remembered it.
Okay. Very good. So, this morning, when we are listening to Eclectic 24, they play Three Little Birds, which coincidentally is the first song I learned to play on guitar.
Yes.
I believe, if I remember right, it's like A, D, and in the chorus they add like an E.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be, it sounds like it could be like a 5 chord, I think. Or whatever. Yeah, I think you're right. Yes. Is it A? I thought it was...
Yeah, it's A, D, through the verses. And the chorus, it's still A, D, but they add an E.
Yeah.
The question I have for you, babes. What was the first song you learned how to play on an instrument?
The very first song that I was, that I actually played public on the flute, this was like my very, very first solo, was, the song Do Re Mi from The Sound of Music. And it was interesting because the very first scale that I played, the very first scale that I ever learned was a B flat major scale. And it just happened to be in the B flat major scale.
So what chords are on Do Re Mi?
There are no chords because flute, you can't play chords on a flute.
Oh, excuse
you
me. You also play the piano though, babes.
I did. But they were these short little songs, but some of them were not popular ones. They're from a book.
Well, good.
Yeah. And at the time, the instrument that came to mind was a flute. So
I think I'm slowly starting to get over my fear of playing guitar in public.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Even though you like to make fun of me for playing the guitar.
What do you mean?
Well, like when we were watching the movie Boyhood.
Yes.
And the dad was singing, you're like, oh my goodness, he's even worse than you. And that's really hard to be.
Well, you were better than that guy.
Thank you, babes.
Than Ethan Hawke.
Right, you maybe could have phrased it a little bit better, but I still...
You were better than Ethan Hawke.
Yes.
I never said you were bad, though.
Oh, thank you.
No, I never said you were bad at all. You just assumed that I said it, right?
I guess I do.
Yes. No, he was pretty bad. He was bad. He tried, but, yeah.
He never lived up to the hype.
I did like the woman who played his wife.
The second one?
Yes.
She was good.
She played Annie.
Yes.
I liked her.
Kind of religious, but she was good, though, besides that.
Well, her parents were.
Yeah, but she also went to church.
Yeah, but just because a person grows up in a religious family, they don't always turn out religious. You see, sometimes they leave it after they graduate high school.
Good.
Or good. I know good.
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
I know good. I know good.
What else?
What else?
Yeah, I don't get religious people. But you know what somebody said the other day, babes?
What's that?
I think it was on Clubhouse.
Well, there is a difference between being religious and actually understanding your beliefs. But go on.
They were saying that, like, people are afraid of death, but it's like the biggest coward in the world faces death, right? So it's like, since everybody faces it, why should you be afraid of it? And the guy was saying, even my old grandmother faced death.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's really so scary, how can an old lady do it?
Right. Exactly.
And that made me I've been thinking about that the last couple of days.
Well, I think it's because we don't know, like, we won't know what we're going to actually go through until we die, right? Until the moment that our spirits leave our bodies and we're gone. So I understand that, but I think I'm more scared about how I'm going to die rather than dying. If that makes any sense.
I want a peaceful death. I don't want to know how it happens. I want it to happen very quickly. And after I die, I want to go to a really cool spot just to, like, hang out for the rest of eternity. But it's got to be cool enough to where it doesn't get boring after, like, a month or something.
You're not going to be thinking about that when you're gone, Bubs.
Oh my goodness, I hope not.
Remember, death is different than how our lives are right now. It's not going to be what you want it to be.
I know it's going to be different, babes, but I would imagine that, and obviously I don't know this for sure, but my assumption is that there are going to be, in whatever comes after this, assuming there is more, there's going to be ups and downs involved with it too. Like, it's not all going to be cake and ice cream, but it's not also going to be just like fire and brimstone. It's going to be a mix.
It's not going to be a mix. It depends on where you're going, and whatever your spiritual condition is, there you will be.
Oh.
That's a hard truth for people to expect, but it is. You're either going to be living an eternity in joy, or you are going to be living an eternity in much, much sorrow.
Oh.
So it's either one or the other. You're not going to have a mix of it.
That's your opinion. We disagree a little bit on this.
We disagree a little bit on it, but I believe it's absolutely true.
I would say, if you don't want to watch Own, make it to heaven. Because I heard that Own is, like, on 24/7 in hell. Oh, I am.
Bubs, you know what?
Stop.
Incendiary comments.
No, it's not. I love you, babe. I just heard. No, babe, stop. I heard.
Ow.
Oh, sorry, babes. I got an email the other day from hell, from one of my friends. Babes, stop. And this friend was saying,
All right, I'll let you finish. Stop it. Sickle truce.
This friend was saying, Rick, you don't want to go to hell. Owen is on 24 hours a day. Satan's a big fan.
You know what?
I thought we had a tickle truce.
Tell you I'm fighting words. Okay, tickle truce.
All right.
I doubt that hell has an internet service.
Ooh, even worse.
Well, a person that does end up in hell is not going to be thinking about whether to reach out to their friends. I don't believe.
No, my friend was like, I bet Rick's doing something cool. So he wrote me an email from hell.
Bubs, come on. Maybe from Hell, Michigan. And by the way, there is a Hell, Michigan.
Really?
Yes, there is.
I hope it's not on fire. Wouldn't it be funny if the city of Hell, Michigan burned down?
That would be tragic. Yeah, they could say that they're burning in hell.
Right.
No, okay, so I was watching I like watching a travel channel because sometimes they have like these countdowns of food, the kind of food that different places serve. And I remember that there was this they were doing like a little segment on Hell, Michigan, and they went to this I forgot what the ice cream place is called. I think it's called Scream's Ice Cream. And there's like these people are saying, yeah, sometimes we get postcards. We buy postcards, and so we can actually say that we have postcards from hell.
That's kind of funny.
And so they were at Scream's Ice Cream, and they were talking about their famous Gravedigger Sunday, which is kind of weird.
That's cool.
It's a little bit strange.
I like it, though. You gotta have fun, babes.
Yeah, I thought I had to laugh at that. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I used to watch a show called You Can't Do That on Television.
Go ahead.
And it was on Nickelodeon. It's a Canadian show. And there was one segment of the show where there are these kids that were on a bus, and the bus driver is like, yes, I'm a Hell's bus driver. It's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm a Hell's bus driver because I'm going to drive you all to hell. And they're like, no. And the kid's like, well, at least we don't have homework. I had to laugh at that. Anyway. Yes. But.
Well, they say hell is for children.
It's oddly enough an anti-child abuse song.
Oh my goodness.
It is by Pat Benatar.
Yes.
Well, because she heard a story about these kids that were locked up in a room and they were neglected and some of them had bruises and she wrote a song about that.
Nice.
But I think what she meant was that the adults were giving them a quote-unquote somewhat like a hell on earth.
Oh, so she wasn't like going to her live concerts and sacrificing kids on stage or anything?
No.
Okay.
You come up with these very weird ideas.
Here's a question for you, babes.
Yes.
You believe in hell.
Of course I do.
And heaven.
Yes.
And you kind of like the Christian, you're either going to heaven or you're going to hell.
Exactly.
Here's a question I have for you. Do you think hell looks differently for little kids than it does for adults?
I don't believe like little children end up in hell though.
So if a 5-year-old dies, you think that they get to go to heaven?
Yeah, well, so here's how I think about this. You've heard me talk about the age of accountability,
yes.
which it isn't a certain age. But when a child gets to be a certain age and they know right from wrong and they understand the repercussions of it, that's one thing. But if a child is little, as tiny as like 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 or 5, and they don't understand it, I don't believe that they're going to go straight to hell because they are, children's brains are different than ours, right? They're developing. They don't get it. I don't believe that a baby who is a year old, when a baby dies, that they're going to go to hell because they don't understand. They don't understand right from wrong yet. They don't understand. They don't understand who they are yet and what their soul is, and it's hard for them to comprehend because they're only babies.
Interesting, babes.
Right. But I heard of children getting saved as early as 5. And I had a conversation with somebody about that this weekend. And the person that I was talking to was skeptical about a child as young as 3 to have a spiritual experience like that because they just don't understand. I'm not too sure that I agree with him because there are children that have been super young and they understood it. So, but I don't believe that if a child as young as a toddler, if they die, that they would go to hell. No.
Did I tell you, babes, that I got saved in the delivery room when I was born?
Bubs?
What?
Are you going to make a blasphemous joke again?
Would I ever do that?
You have before.
Oh, maybe I won't do that then.
Okay.
It's not the first time, apparently.
Bubs.
Babes.
You stop it.
I would never make a blasphemous joke.
Bubs, you say that.
I would never do that.
You've done it before, Bubs.
I don't remember doing that, babes. Jaylo.
Yes.
Since we are done with DS9.
Yes.
At some point, maybe tomorrow, we might be able to start watching The War by Ken Burns, or The Civil War.
The Civil War, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be interesting because there's gonna be a lot of things to cover.
And it's a good lead up to eventually watching Gone with the Wind, which I know you want to see.
Oh, I really want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard so many good things about it, and unfortunately, I didn't get to read it. I didn't get to read the actual book when I was a teen because it's like 9 volumes. It's a long book. but I really do want to see it because I heard so many good things about this movie and how good the acting was.
That is something to look forward to, babes.
Yes.
Yes. And pretty soon we'll be watching The Boys.
Yes.
You'll get to meet Butcher.
Oh, it doesn't sound good.
I can't wait to see what you think of Butcher.
I'm probably going to be like, I don't like this person.
I will tell you this. Butcher is probably my favorite character on The Boys. I don't even know if there's a probably about it, actually.
Butcher sounds like a guy that's Butcher the bully. Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't sound like a guy you want to mess with in a dark alley.
I don't think I'm like Butcher. I think he would probably hate me in real life if he was real. But as far as characters goes, I think he's so cool. I think he's a fun character.
Do you think he's as mean as Chad on In the Company of Men? You think he's as callous as Chad? Because Chad's pretty callous.
He's callous, but in a different way. You have to see the show.
Okay.
Yes. But I can't wait to see what you think of Butcher and his friends. And Meg Ryan's son is on The Boys.
Jack, whatever his name is.
Jack Ryan or Jack Quaid or whatever
Jack
he's
Quaid.
calling himself these days.
Well, Jack is I know he's Dennis Quaid's son.
And Meg Ryan's
And Meg
son.
Ryan's son, yeah.
He plays Huey.
Oh well.
Yes.
Yes. Huey.
And when I first watched it, I was like, "Where are Dewey and Louie?"
Without Dewey and Louie.
I don't know.
Yes.
Babes.
Yeah.
I know this is a short one, but you still sound a little bit.
I'm not tired.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
No.
I love you, babes. What do you want to talk about then?
That's a good question. What do you want to talk about?
Well, the thing is, I feel like I try to throw like a bunch of different topics at you this morning, hoping one would stick, and none of them seem to be that appealing to you.
Are we going to go here again?
Sorry, babes.
Jeez.
What time should we start cooking? Because I do have the thing at 6.
I'm thinking maybe, well, here's the thing. So what do you think would be the one that would take the shortest time to make? Because you do have some time constraints.
I think the Asian noodles would be the shortest thing.
Okay.
My feeling is maybe we should start that at around 4, just so we're nice and fed and, everything.
4? Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll probably be done eating way before the meeting, but...
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'll do my thing, then we can watch some movies.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Well, we could even watch an episode of The Civil War now if you wanted to, babes.
Or we can watch some Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
That might be a possibility, too.
Because I've only watched a couple episodes, and I watched a few episodes this week, and I really liked it.
We could watch an episode of that. How about this?
Mm-hmm.
We do one episode of Hitchcock Presents.
Yes.
And then maybe we watch an episode of The Civil War.
Okay.
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 Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so. Hopefully by the next time we record this, we will have figured out what the second movie was that we watched last week, besides Public Enemy.
Do you want me to call this episode Sleepyhead Jaylo?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay. It was just a thought, babes. Because we already did Sleepless and Alanas, which is actually one of my favorites that we've done.
Oh, really? Even though I was really tired that
day?
Yeah,
because you get to hear a lot of me talk.
Of
and
course.
Some of my crazy stories.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you like the sound of your own voice?
Here's the thing. I'm convinced, and I have blind people who give me pushback on this, that most blind people love the sound of their own voice, and that's why they talk so much.
Some do. I will admit that some do. I personally don't like the sound of my own voice.
But I've also thought recently, and it's not just because of Clubhouse, that most sighted people are also in love with the sound of their own voice.
Yes, some of them are.
Yeah.
Some of them are. I mean, some blind people are full of hot air, and so are some sighted people that are full of hot air.
I actually, that's going to sound weird, I prefer myself in written form, even though I'm dyslexic, so my spelling sucks, because this is great. I love doing this, but my poetry, my thoughts are a little bit more crystallized than they are here.
Okay.
Since you're getting it raw. It's off the top of the head, which is great.
Yeah.
But it also means that I don't have the best format for really clarifying my opinions here.
Unless you wrote it down on paper.
Yeah, because then I have time to think about it. I can do rewrites before anybody sees it. So while I love my voice, I wouldn't say I'm in love with the sound of it. I'm in love with the way my writing is, though.
You know, I think I would agree with me too, because when I've written things, whether it's for an assignment or whether it's because I'm writing like, you know, right now we're in the process of writing a book, right? Mm-hmm. I think that excuse me, not sneeze. I think that I'm able to formulate my own thoughts too as well, because I do think I sound better in writing too. I actually sound more. I feel that every time I read and reread my writings, I sound a lot more articulate on paper.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I don't feel like I'm the most articulate person when I speak. But when I write, I feel like I can really formulate my thoughts.
But this is great if we just want to get something out fast.
Right.
Well, let's try something. Hold this.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I can give you something to react to. So I'm going to pull my phone. And what I'm going to do...
I'm afraid of this.
No. I want to give us something to react to that maybe would be irrelevant. Otherwise. Celebrity death. And then I'm going to go to Google and see who's the latest celebrity to die as we're recording this.
So
let me go to news.
Mm-hmm.
2021 celebrity deaths in 2021, remembering stars who passed away. There's some lady named Meadal Walker shares tweets, throwback.
Who's that?
Dead Paul Walker.
Oh, Paul Walker died years ago, though. It was really sad.
Let me see. Real Housewives star Kara is pregnant year after son's death. Okay.
I
don't know who that lady is.
I don't know either.
Oh, Harry Potter's Paul Ritter. Paul Ritter. I don't know who that is. Dead at age 54 after suffering brain tumor. Do you know who that dude is?
Who does he... No, I don't.
Big Ang star Linda Torres, dead at 66. I was hoping we'd find something.
I don't know. Okay,
let me see if I can find a good celebrity death. I don't know who that is. We're not having the best luck today.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Let me get that back from you.
Well, you wanted me to articulate my feelings about it?
No, I was trying to see, because like if we were to if I was to write a poetry about a celebrity death, it wouldn't be like in the moment, and I thought it might be fun if we just like reacted to some dead people.
Yeah.
But that did not go the way.
Some of the people that have died this year I have heard about, but some of the people that have died this year I according to that list, I don't know.
I've heard that DMX is close to dying.
Really?
Yeah, he's in the hospital and supposedly he's not doing well.
How old is he now?
Can't be that old. Maybe 50.
What's going on with him?
I think there was a fight or something. I don't know the specifics, but Vlad posted something about it the other day.
Oh boy.
Yes, from Vlad TV.
Yeah, he's gotten into a mess of trouble, apparently.
What if I call this episode The Good, the Bad, and the Sleepy? What do you think about that?
I guess. The Good, the Bad, and the Sleepy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I have not seen the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but I heard it's good.
Yes. Alright, hold this. I want to try something else. To see if we can react to something.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do...
What are you going to do?
I am going to... I'm not going to sing. That is the Star Trek theme. I'm going to open...
it is not. It's a Lost in Space theme.
Oh, I got a Joe Rogan just released a new episode, something, but that's not important. I missed a call from a friend. That's not important. Okay, top stories. Woods crashes his car.
Who?
Tiger Woods just crashed his car, apparently.
I know that he was in the hospital and he broke his leg. I remember that.
All right, so I'm going to search. Let me see. I'm just going to go to popular stories and see if there's anything we can... because that might have been an old one. It might have just taken a second. Woods crashes his car at some place. Kardashians try to get photo wiped off the web.
Oh, wow.
Okay, this isn't the best.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Suffice it to say, sometimes we can react to things. But, babes, maybe we should end this.
Yeah, I think so. It's definitely the good, the bad, and the sleepy.
Yes.
Yes.
But before then, have we ever kissed? I don't think we have.
We kissed this morning when you got over here.
Okay, well, let's do it again because I don't know. Babes, no farting.
Okay.
I want to give you a scenario, babes.
Oh, no.
You die.
Yeah.
And I'm, of course, in heaven. God decides, well, you know what, Jaylo, we're going to let you make your pitch on why you should be here. You know, we know that Rick's here and that he's cool, but, you know, we're up in the air about you. You go into his office.
I don't think it's going to be an office.
But I'm telling you what it's going to be. This is my scenario. And he tells you, okay, Jaylo, sit down. And you sit down and there's a whoopee cushion on the chair. Do you laugh? What do you do?
Of course I laugh. It's pretty funny.
Thank you, babe.
Whoopee cushion.
Yes.
Someone did that to me once. I remember, I think I might have been in 8th grade. One of my friends decided it would be funny to put a whoopee cushion under me as I'm sitting down to eat my lunch in the cafeteria.
I never had that happen
really funny.
at school, but I told you that my dad did that to me when I was like 9, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were living with my aunt and uncle and my 2 little cousins. So I come downstairs because it's like a 2-floor apartment. I was like, sit down. This is after school. And he's like, no, sit down. And there's a whoopee cushion there. And we all just started laughing.
That was funny.
Yes.
It's pretty funny.
Do you know why Whoopi Goldberg calls herself Whoopi?
She likes whoopee cushions?
No, apparently she farted a lot as a teenager.
How did you know that?
I was listening to her on Howard
Are
Stern.
you serious?
That's what she said there.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what people gave her the nickname Whoopi.
Whoopi.
Yes.
Oh, it's funny.
Yes.
That is funny.
Yes.
Did I tell you? I'm not so much a fan of her now, but when I was going to the blind school, I had this. We had this celebrity day. It was a part of our. I think it was a part of our Spirit Week or something like that. I was trying to look similar to Whoopi Goldberg. I think I had like a floppy hat and glasses, and I forgot what else she wore, but it was interesting.
Interesting, Jaylo.
And then one of our female teachers dressed up as Johnny Cash.
Interesting.
Yep.
Very good.
Johnny Cash. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. Anyway.
Well, very good, babes. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Whoopi. No.
Whoopi.
Well, I'll never think of her name the same.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Whoopi.
Whoopos.
Well.
Yes. All right, babes. I think we should call it a day. I'll check my voicemail. We'll watch an episode of Alfred Hitchcock.
Yay.
Then an episode of the Civil War.
Yeah.
And then do our thing.
Yes.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.